Across Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, living conditions differ vastly, with certain regions grappling with poverty and restricted access to essential services such as housing, education, healthcare, and access to clean water. Districts such as Masaka, Kasese, Gulu, Lida, and Tororo are among those facing structural barriers to socio-economic growth, yet they are undergoing a remarkable transformation. This resurgence is fueled by the unyielding resilience of the communities, coupled with enhanced financial literacy and the steadfast support of Centenary Group Foundation. In Masaka, farmers like Matovu Emmanuel and Nanyondo Teo have faced years of hardships.
Tusanga okusomoozebwa kyogereko okusomoozebwa kwali mu ngeri bweti nga twandibadde tufuna emmwanyi nnyingi kusooka awo naye nga twali mu competition nga tukompitinga ne bannaffe abaali balina ssente nga situlina ssente nga batubuuza abalimi baffe bafama mutwongeddeko ki. Omulinyi ono middleman yatambulanga ne ssente ng'apuulinga socks n'ajjako ssente n'aziwa omulimi n'amuggyako emmwanyi ate ku miwendo oluusi egya wansi naye atafunamu.
Cooperative nali sisobola kuwebula nsawo za mmwanyi ziwera bbiri nga simanyi naye bwe natuukirira abakulembeze be baŋŋamba nfune obwa mmemba ne nnyingira ne mbuwaayo ne batandika okunjigiriza.
Similar stories echo throughout the district. Kayemba Henry, chairman of Enkumbi Enyonza in Masaka, highlights a significant barrier to their progress: high interest loans.
Twabanga ne bu microfinance nga butusumbuwa mu kwewola busente olutwala bungi bwa buli mwezi n'okuba Centenary bwe yajja twafuna emirembe.
Not far from Masaka, vulnerable groups in Kasese, specifically people with disabilities, PWDs, persons living in internally displaced people's camps, IDPs, and women in village saving group near Bwera border in Kasese district are feeling the pinch of the lack of skills.
Project yetu eno yamawunza omwaka mumana mbende twabye twabiriwulya omurundi okubanza tukanawulya ekilo 9 ekilo twabye tukawulya esiringi mutwalo neryo tukanatunga emitwalo 9
ekitebe kyabere kikatsuka mu kyetsipituta sente nyike tukasavinga busente buke mama tukangirya obulema bw'egikoni mama twetane kashitoma ulakwebi esahenu obulema bw'egikoni bukatuwatikaya okusesavinga omwakitebe.
The Centenary Foundation, a subsidiary of Centenary Rural Development Group, is a purpose-driven organization dedicated to implementing sustainability initiatives. Our mission is to empower communities, girls, boys, men, and women to break the silence of poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation through holistic, innovative, and sustainable solutions. Through the power of education, social impact innovations, and environmentally conscious practices, we envision a future where communities thrive with dignity in a sustainable world. Amid these challenges, the Centenary Foundation is implementing education and social impact initiatives by scaling local farmers and providing access to funding through circles. In Masaka, where farmers were being exploited by middlemen and moneylenders.
We know there's a lot of household poverty. We know that poverty has very many different faces. Some of the faces are seen through the lack of education, through having few resources to be able to meet their basic needs. So that was one of the key drivers of why we focus on some of these key areas, especially the area around, especially education and social action.
Twakyusa embeera nga ne bayuusi twabagamba ng'okwegatta mu cooperative nga tebakkiriza olw'okuba twali situnaba kubeera na assistance oba na mbeera yonna netuwanirira. Women beeyongedde nnyo kusinziira ku miganyulo gye balabye mu kabonera area cooperative enterprise nga tuli wansi wa Centenary Foundation.
Asobola okubeera mu Centenary Bank ne Flyron yalya middles nezireta nezikuba mu mwanyi zaali nengula ebigimusa byali bya mirundi ebiri nembiteeka ku mwanyi. Nze nabyeyiira n'omwami wange n'abaana era ne tukungula sizoni eyo hasobola okufuna ensawo zaffe ez'emmwanyi eziwera nga 5 enkalu tusasula ebbanja lya Centenary ne biggwawo ate ne tufunako ne school fees z'abaana n'ebyetaago ebirala eby'ewaka.
Twafuna miliyoni 4 mu kusooka gula ebijimusi nengula ebijimusa by'emmwanyi nenundamu enkoko nemba kati nayongeddeko enkoko nyongeddeko obungi bwazo.
In Kasese, where vulnerable groups such as persons with disabilities, PWDs, and women near border points struggle to earn a living, Centenary Foundation's intervention has brought renewed hope.
We are here in Kabatunda to sell where they have their project, fish ponds. They have 5 of them. They had nothing to do, but after getting this project, for them, they know they will benefit much from it.
As farmers celebrated increased incomes and better harvests, their focus shifted to improving transport means, help supervise farmers and expand opportunities.
We're very proud of the work we have done so far and the impact of our actions so far in the last few years. We'll continue to work to promote long life education and impact innovations with the youth and women.
Beyond the education and social impact intervention, Centenary Foundation has a vital partner in promoting sustainable environment management in Kasese, Tororo, and Fort Portal. In Kasese, Chilembe town faced a dark chapter when the floods of Nyamwamba River displaced thousands.
These rivers have been woe to us. People have been scattered. People have left their homes. The trees that we received from Centenary Foundation, they helped us a lot, because in areas where the mudslides happened and people had big trees of the jackfruit, you would just see the slide, the mud would just move around the tree and the tree was left. So we have found out that the fene tree is a resistant and resilient tree, especially in the hills. And that's why as Caritas Kasese, we have embarked on planting more of the jackfruits and to be given specifically to people staying in the hills. Also, the trees that we received from Centenary Foundation, we gave them to schools.
Last year, Centenary Foundation gave us 125 seedlings of fruits, avocado trees, jackfruits, and others, which we started planting. And within a year, they are doing well, and we hope in the 4 years to come, these trees will already start giving us the fruits that will supplement the diet of the students.
In Fort Portal, water supply at St. Elizabeth SS area was a major challenge, but Centenary intervened by donating water tanks for water harvesting.
We have got a lot of help from Centenary Bank. We got a crisis of water in the school, and we thought it wisely. We got some information that Centenary Foundation donates tanks to secondary schools. So we applied in 2003. The Centenary Bank had donated us a tank worth 10,000 liters.
Previously, our bill for national water was 3,500,000 and above. But after we received the Centenary tank, now we pay like 250,000 per month, which is a very big difference.
Just like Centenary Foundation donated to schools in Fort Portal, in Tororo, they drew inspiration from the Episcopal Conference, and the influence trickled down to church-funded schools.
All the education institutions in the Archdiocese of Tororo have been sensitized on climate change mitigation and adaptation. In 2023, Centenary Foundation supported our program, and we received 10,000 trees. Some of these trees were planted in a few schools, and others were planted under a program, a project called Restore Africa.
The impact was immediately felt in St. Joseph Seed Secondary School, Sop Sub-County.
We were given some
trees to be planted in school, both the shade trees and then the fruit trees. In future, when we have these fruit trees, it can help us to serve the children as something to eat during lunch hours and so on.
Immediately they launched the project. It suited exactly our idea of greening the environment.
In trying to give children with complex health conditions a chance, Centenary Foundation entered into a partnership with Cure Children's Hospital in Bale and funded neurosurgery for a number minor.
Twajja waneno mu kiwo okuva mu 2019 paka kati omwana ne bamujjanjabako already abadde ku treatment like for 7 years kuba twajja nga she's 3 kati alina 10 ng'ali ku Makerenda.
Many of these children and their families have been facing difficult times in the community. There's a sense that they're cursed. These conditions are their fault, and many of them come with emotional distress, thinking that they're to blame. So we do everything we can to save every child, even with the most complex brain conditions.
Okuva lwe bamulongosezza ku Friday tennaba kuddamuko okugwawo bakifusika kwesika era mbeebaza ndi musanyufu nnyo beebale nnyo beebalire ddala okitukolera bannaaye.
Centenary Foundation focus on health did not stop at that. It provided essential beddings for patients who had previously had to sleep on bare floors in Mityana General Hospital.
I presented a bill of 286 million of critical equipment. We have also applied to other institutions, but so far it is Centenary Foundation which has responded positively.
We, the health workers, we are very happy because if you have enough mattresses where you can put your clients, you become happy. It is not as easy as you may think to tell a client after delivery that you go to the floor without a mattress.
Sinnaba kusumulukuka naye nsuubira okusumulukuka olwa environment gye tulimu ennungi, okwebaka obulungi, embeera nnungi we tuli.
Nalese wano mulamu wange nga mulwadde ali mu kulumizibwa, naye embeera ye nasanzeewo si yeri ye nasangawo 2023. Waliwo enkyuka nnene nnyo kuba nti wali nasanga nga emifaliso girimu ebituli nga just mubeeramu ng'omuntu n'aba bulidinzi osangamu omusaayi gw'omukazi omulala naawe ate n'oweebakako embeera teyali nnungi. Naye ate nagenze okujja ate nga emifaliso gyonna giri bulungi ne ngamba ate kino Mityana kyene ntya bweti.
Centenary Foundation did not only end at intervention in education and social impact and promoting sustainable environment, it is also rebuilding the church in war-ravaged communities of Lira and Gulu. The districts are still healing from scars of war. Centenary Foundation has focused on reconstructing church facilities.
Without Centenary Foundation, this church wouldn't have reached this level. The people here are generally poor. Some of them cannot even have 1 or 2 meals a day. Some of them go hungry. 25 million collecting in this kind of state and environment in which the people of Loro Parish are living is not really easy.
The challenge of this home of the children, they prepared it in 1962. One of the rooms was going to take away our babies, about 8 of them. It failed. The good thing, it failed in the middle and they were sleeping around. And when we called the engineer, he told us that we are at risk. So we had to move. And we are very grateful for Centenary Group for your support. We are very grateful.
In Gulu Diocese, Centenary Foundation donated a retirement home for Emeritus Bishop John Baptist Odama.
So I want again to express our gratitude to you for supporting that project of trying to... That house was supposed to have been completed before I came here. So I encourage you to continue the work of this foundation. And I know the Lord will continue to bless. Yeah, because it is to support his needy people.
From education and social impact programs in Masaka and Kasese to sustainable environment in Tororo and disaster recovery in Lira and Gulu, the Centenary Foundation is sowing seeds of change across Uganda.
Since inception, the Centenary Foundation has worked in 4 key thematic areas: education and social impact innovations, the area of sustainable environment management, health promotion, and promoting the church's social mission. This came about because of a number of things. One is the issues around poverty in Uganda. We know that there's a huge poverty burden on a number of communities in Uganda, especially the rural communities. We know that over 70% of the Ugandan population is in agriculture, and out of these, a huge proportion is composed of women and youth. And yet we know that these women and youth are the ones that really bear the brunt of poverty in this country.
We are so proud of the achievements we've had over the last couple of years working with the different partners. And we are thrilled to continue working with these partners, but also making good progress on these different achievements.
This is more than a story of survival. It's a story of hope, transformation, and a brighter future for generations to come.